Hey everyone, let's talk about what I read this week, because I kind of read a lot and not at all at the same time. First of all, I'm still reading N.W. by Zadie Smith, and I'm 70 pages in. I don't really know what I don't like. Well, I guess I'm not liking the characters, or I don't care about the characters more. It's just really, I'm not bothered. Then the writing style, I've had my problems before with Zadie Smith and her writing, and it seems like this is even worse. The sentences are very cropped and short, and I don't really know what she wants to tell me. It is better when I have time to read more than just a page or two, but I rarely pick it up when I have time. So this week I read a lot of other things as well. I put N.W. aside and read two of the short novellas that came out for the 50th anniversary for Doctor Who, and the one by Eoin Colfer and Patrick Ness. Those were the ones that I had on my e-reader still, and they were okay. I liked the one from Patrick Ness a lot more. The story was a lot more captivating, fast-moving, and it hooked me a little bit better, and I liked how it explored truth and what we think of truth and the meaning of truth and what is truth a little bit in this short novella, and I really liked how that was done. The one by Eoin Colfer was nicely done, but it dragged a little bit, and the main thing I liked about it was the end, where it had an epilogue and it came to a funny point there. And yeah, they're okay, they're fast reads, and they definitely gave me something to read this week. On audio, I finally finished My Year of Magical Thinking by Joan Didion. And I don't know, I think this was not the best to start with her writing. It's all about the way she dealt with the loss of her husband, and she goes back to memories they had, talks about her life in the year after his death and her experiences of dealing with it and her emotional things, and also how she went looking for help in literature and that it was rarely talked about and that she had trouble finding examples or stories about dealing with the death. She found some, but not as many as she had expected. And she talked about how we rarely talk about loss and mourning and how that is neatly tucked aside in our society. I kind of liked what she wanted to do, but her writing was very repetitive. It was, I didn't care about it. It feels kind of mean because it was her life, but it didn't make me interested in what she was doing or how the trouble she went through. So I had a hard time getting through that. Now, before you say I should not give up on Joan Didion, don't worry, I will not do that. I will try something else and see how her other writing appeals to me. On the weekend, I'm mainly planning to spend a lot of time with Hamlet by William Shakespeare. And that is because on Sunday, there will be a matinee screening of the theater play with Benedict Cumberbatch as Hamlet. And since I'm planning to watch that, I thought I should read the story again before going there. I think I read it years ago, and I definitely watched one or two adaptations before. So the story is not unfamiliar to me, which really helps the reading, which is a lot easier than I had remembered. So that's a plus. So this was my week's reading. How about you? What are you reading this weekend? Did you finish something interesting? Let's talk about it. Or if you have read anything that I have read. See you in the comments. Bye-bye.